Now, in the latest on the ongoing Israel-Hamas war, the IDF has intensified its offensive in the southern region of Khan Yunis. Now, according to Hamas, dozens were killed in overnight strikes. Israeli strikes killed 6 in Khan Yunis and 5 in Rafah. In the last 24 hours, over 130 people have been reported dead. Israeli strikes in the southern region of Khan Yunis hit a residential building. Large plumes of smoke rose from the building after it was attacked. All the regions in Gaza are under constant attack. The IDF released a video of attacks on the northeastern region of Beit Hanun. The IDF has intensified its operations in south and in the north. The wounded were rushed to hospitals after strikes hit Khan Yunis. During a failed Israeli rescue operation, an Israeli hostage held in Gaza named Sahar Baruch was killed. 2 Israeli soldiers were also severely wounded during the failed rescue attempt. Tensions are on the rise on the Israel-Lebanon border as well. Shell fires were seen in the skies near the border. The IDF and Iran-backed Lebanese group Hezbollah exchanged fires. For the 2 months, residents living on the border are under constant threat, the daily exchanges. The Palestinians who are taking refuge at the Rafah crossing are worried about their safety, as there is no area untouched by the IDF. Continuous fighting and airstrikes have forced the Palestinians to flee their homes and take refuge in the makeshift camps.
فيش امان عندهم وهنا حاطين على حدود مصر. هيو على حدود مصر احنا قاعدين شاردين من القصف ومن الموت. احنا يا عمي بقينا جوا نشتغل في اسرائيل. احنا بقينا نشتغل. هلقيتها فيش عندهم بقتلوا الحجر والطفل ولا شيء بخلوه. احنا هنا اخر مرحله على مصر.
خرجنا من خان يونس وصلنا على حدود رفح المصريه حاليا. احنا عند الحدود وقال هذه مناطق امنه. وإن شاء الله تكون آمنة يا رب. مش عارفين لسه ايش يصير معنا. وهذا آخر توصيله إلى الجنوب. غير هيك ما في الحدود المصرية أو البحر منها ما في.
More aid entered Gaza at the Rafah crossing as Israeli warplanes struck parts of the Gaza Strip in relentless bombardments. On the other hand, rockets continue to be fired from Gaza Strip towards Israel. A barrage of rockets were launched that forced many to run for cover in different parts of Israel. These are the visuals from Tel Aviv showing Israel's Iron Dome system intercepting the rockets. Another video released by Hamas shows militants attacking Israeli military vehicles in Gaza. On the diplomatic front, United States vetoed a United Nations Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire in the intense fighting in Gaza. The step drew condemnation from the Arab nations and Turkey, while it was praised by Israel.
This text also failed to acknowledge that Israel has the right to defend itself against terrorism, consistent with international law. This is a right to which all states are entitled. As I stated earlier today, no country could or should tolerate what Hamas did on October 7.
Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas said that the United States is responsible for the bloodshed of children in Gaza. Abbas' father described US's stance as aggressive and immortal. Arab nations have said that they will not intervene militarily in the war. The statement was made by the Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan. The minister was speaking at a discussion held in Washington with the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. We earlier spoke to Scott Lucas, who is a professor of international politics at Clinton Institute in Dublin.
You'll need to ask the Israeli government that. We're now in a situation, as we are in the third month of this cycle of violence, started by Hamas, but then continued by Israel, where the Israeli war cabinet has decided on an open-ended war. That's an open-ended war in terms of that it will last as long as they think it necessary to, quote, destroy Hamas, or until their own domestic population turns against them, which I don't think will happen. And it is a war not just against Hamas, but it is a war against Gaza civilians. Because there is no way, even if Israel wanted to protect Gaza civilians, which it shows in no indication that it wants to do so, that in such a densely populated area, with 1.8 million of the 2.3 million population displaced, that those civilians can be protected from the air and the ground assaults.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.